it possible to get free money from the government to be able to pay your bills or to use the money for anything that you want? It absolutely is. In fact, there's a surplus of money from the government that has not been used since the pandemic, and a lot of people just simply do not know how to access this money. I'm going to share with you exactly how at the very end of this video. My name is Monica Main. I'm a serial entrepreneur and real estate investor, and I have something amazing to share with you. So watch out, because what I'm about to share with you is going to blow your mind. So how is it possible to get money from the U.S. government? In fact, where does this money come from, and why does it exist, and why do most people not even know about this money to be able to access it? Well, there's a lot of government grant programs out there, and they became massively abundant through the pandemic era, as we all remember, except a lot of people simply do not know how to access this money. And so a lot of people after the pandemic assumed, well, I guess this kind of money wouldn't be possible to get anymore because the pandemic is over, so they just kind of forgot about it. And these government grant programs have never been advertised, and they've never been mostly given to the public as open knowledge. They've not been introduced to people by way of billboards or anything else on a mass scale. So a lot of people simply do not know about these grant programs. So what can you use these grant programs for? You can use these grant programs to get cash to pay your bills, to pay off student loans, to be able to pay some of the things that you need money for lifestyle-wise. In fact, there's so many different government grant programs for a variety of different people of different backgrounds. So a lot of these grant programs have something to do with your ethnicity. A lot of it has to do with your background. A lot of it has to do with where you live as far as geographically in the U.S. So there's a lot of different programs, and you literally have to go through the entire schematic of all the different programs that are available to be able to see what fits you, which you can qualify for, so that you can actually gain access to this cash to be able to actually use to pay off your bills or whatever it is that you need the money for. So you're probably wondering, well, Monica, is there any special criteria that I have to know about? Do I have to be special or know something or be able to access this money in a certain way? Well, yes, there is a way. In fact, I'm going to share with you at the very end of this video exactly how to tap into this money. It's a very simple website to go to, and no, I'm not going to put it in the description box, and the reason being is because a lot of you will just simply go to the description box below and then just turn off the video. But I have to share with you exactly how to qualify, because if you're just simply going to rush off to the website to be able to gain access to these grants and other programs that are available, you're going to kind of miss the qualification factors that you need to understand to be able to make sure that you actually qualify for and get this government money. So what I recommend that you do when you go to the website that I'm going to share with you in a moment is you first look at the criteria. There's a lot of different things that you have to understand when it comes to grants. Now, most people understand grants as a means or a method to be able to supplement maybe their business, or to be able to gain access to funds to be able to do a research project or something like that. But a lot of people don't understand that there's actually personal grants that you can qualify for that have been funded by the U.S. government. And again, there's a whole surplus of money that's simply not being utilized by the government right now. And a lot of these programs kind of just fizzled out, but the money's still sitting there. So if you don't ever access the funds and don't ever go get the funds, then unfortunately one day the funds will either be exacerbated or completely disappear, or they'll be transferred into some other funding program that may or may not be accessible to the regular consumer. So what you want to be able to do is go through the list of government grants and other programs that you can get funding for, and you want to go item by item and see what you can qualify for. Now, the cool thing about this is that the website that I'm about to share with you, they can actually give you the categories right off the bat. So back in the day when you actually had to go for the grant qualification process, you have to, write a grant proposal. You have to write this whole 50-page thing in some cases to be able to get a government grant, and that still holds true for many grants today. However, when it comes to consumer grants, meaning that they're not for the purposes of research or buying or expanding a business or some kind of nonprofit, these are fairly simple for the regular consumer, just like you and me, to gain access to. So, for example, there's a lady named Amy. She was actually able to get over $150,000 that she ultimately used to start her business. But when she got the grant, it was not for the purposes of starting a business. She was actually able to get what's called a consumer grant. Or Bethany, she was able to qualify for over $33,000, and that she used to actually pay off her bills. Or Ted, he was able to get $42,000 in grant money on the consumer side that he was able to use to also pay off some of his debt, as well as some of his student loan debt as well. So it's endless in the amount of access that you can have in which you can use this money for on the consumer side. And I do recommend, though, that you do use it to pay off your bills or pay off your debt. You don't want to run out there and just go buy a big screen TV and all this other useless stuff. You want to first try to pay off your debt with it, and then maybe you can use it hopefully to build a business if that's what you want to do. So what I strongly suggest that you do is when you go to the website that I'm going to share with you in a moment, you look at the different categories and you make sure that you fall within the criteria of the categories, and then start the process of seeing if you qualify. And the more grants that you go after, the more grants that you try to qualify for, and the ones that you apply for, it's a numbers game. The more that you go after, the more money you'll be able to get. So if you're only going after one or two, then maybe you won't get anything at all because it's a numbers game. So maybe you should go for 10 or 20 different grant programs, because maybe you'll qualify for one or two of them. And this is why some of the students that we've worked with over the years, when they go after these grant programs, they go after a lot of them. And a lot of people are like, I don't want to go after that many. I'd rather watch TV instead. Well, why would you want to watch TV instead when you could simply go on your laptop and access these grant programs by simply following some simple sets of instructions? I mean, why would you want to do that? You don't want to do that. You want to go after the grant programs, see if you qualify for them, and try to go after as many of them as you can. Apply for as many as you can, and you will be able to get probably the kind of money that you're looking for. So say, for example, you're in debt $20,000. Try to find different grant programs that you can qualify for, but it might not have anything to do with paying off your bills. The grant program might have something to do with your ethnic background, or maybe a kind of training that you're going after for your profession, or something like that that might not be exactly for paying off your bills, if that makes sense. So you want to see what criteria you fall into, and the only way that you're going to understand exactly what you could potentially qualify for is by going to the website that I'm going to reveal now. Okay, so I'm going to reveal the website now. You can see it right here. Here's the website, and this is the website that you need to go to see what grant programs are available to you right now. And again, it's a numbers game. Try to apply for as many as you possibly can that you reasonably are suitable for based on the criteria that they present. So again, here's the website right now, and I will not have this in the description box. It's basically for those of you that got to the end of the video, okay? So I hope this was helpful to you, and if it was, please give me a nice thumbs up, as well as subscribe to my channel. This is Monica Main signing off, and I will see you in the next video.